Tiger spirit everywhere you go with the Bank of Cushing Tiger Card. Every swipe helps support Cushing Public Schools.
RCB Bank is more than a transaction. We work to make your life easier. We help build your business. We finance your dreams. We grow your legacy. We build relationships with our communities. Come in to find out why our customers always say, RCB Bank. That's my bank.
Well, hello, Whitney. How are you?
John. So here's the proposal packet for the new mobile app.
As long as I'm running this thing, there ain't gonna be no mobile app.
Introducing the new mobile app, making your banking experience even easier. It's so easy, even John can use it. Bank of Cushing, a branch of Blue Sky Bank, Pawhuska.
We have a help tab if you need help. We will have...
Oh, need help? I'm pretty good at this.
You are good at this.
Bank of Cushing, a branch of Blue Sky Bank, Pawhuska, wants you to know they are still the same friendly hometown bank. Local people that live, work, and worship right here in Cushing. Providing you the same great service, more convenient products and technology, making your local banking experience even better. A great bank, serving a great community. Bank of Cushing, a branch of Blue Sky Bank, Pawhuska.
Be sure you know what's below and call 811 before you dig.
Show your Tiger spirit everywhere you go with the Bank of Cushing Tiger Card. Every swipe helps support Cushing Public Schools for those everyday purchases that make life so much easier. Breakfast, lunch and dinner, at the gym, at the doctor's office, or taking your pet to the vet. Use the best-looking debit card at Cushing.
Dance and cross country for Cushing High School. Let's introduce our football seniors. First, football player Ian Odell Arnold, the son of Mike and Sandra Arnold. Football player Brody Arthur Todd, the son of Johnny Todd and Aaron and Julia Brady. Football manager, Brian Barrera, the son of Lewis and Lafonda Barrera. Football player, Blaze Berlowitz, the son of Jason and Melody Berlowitz. Football player, Brody Berlowitz, the son of Jason and Melody Berlowitz. Football player, G.W. Burgett, the son of Grant and Melissa Burgett, and the nephew of Gerald and Rebecca Davis. Football player, Sam Carpenter, the son of Robert and Christy Carpenter. Football manager, Sophie Kate Carpenter, the daughter of Robert and Christy Carpenter. Football manager and cross-country runner, Carly Dylan Clemens, the daughter of Jenna Clemens and Chrissy Kingley. Football player, Camden Crooks, the son of Chuck and Kelly Crooks. Football player, Nate Endicott, the son of Brian and Shelley Endicott. Football player, Nicholas Panda Flores, the son of Guillermo Flores and Alicia Flores. Football player, Logan Fisher, the son of Randall and Brandy Fisher. Football player, Jake Ford, the son of Jake and Jessica Ford. Football player, Noah Jones, the son of Greg Jones and Tasha Jones. Football player, Jacob Kimmel, the son of Jennifer Hickson and the grandson of Mike and Michelle Kimmel. Football player, Dylan Lewis, the son of Jacob and Candace Lewis. Football player, Riley Matheson, the son of Dennis and Christine Matheson. Football player, Caleb Pierce, the son of Michael Pierce and Rebecca Rogers. Football player, Lennon Pollard, the son of Jeff Pollard. Football player, Jude Rowe, the son of Trace Rowe and Cindy Rowe. Football player, Aiden Spencer, the son of Hurst and Misty Spencer. Football player, Kyle Tate, the son of Kevin and Brenna Tate and Christy Tate. Football player, Ace Wright, the son of Brian Troll and Tara Wright. Football player, Lane Yock, the son of Jason and Amy Yock. Ladies and gentlemen, your football CHS senior. Band members of this time, please take the field. Band members, please take the field. Senior band members tonight include band member Zach Klaus, the son of Kevin and Wendy Klaus. Band member Cassie Davis, the daughter of Jason and Marissa Davis. Band member and cross-country runner Jessica Green, the daughter of Tom and Julie Green. Band member Grayson Jenkins, the son of Jason and Laura Jenkins. Band member Skylar Martin, the daughter of Kimberly. Nura Martin. Band member Joshua Belasitsor, the son of Efren and Myra Belasitsor. Band member Abigail Reagan, the daughter of Gerald and Amanda Reagan. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for your senior band member. Spirit group members, please take the field. Ladies and gentlemen, senior spirit group members include cheerleader Ella Fulkerson, the daughter of Doug and Ashley Fulkerson. Cheerleader Haley Morgan, the daughter of Andrew and Kimberly Morgan. Cheerleader Maddie Osborne, the daughter of Philip and Lisa Osborne. Dance team member Tatum Caulfield, the daughter of Lisa Taylor and Phil Thompson, and the granddaughter of Judy Taylor. Dance team member Georgia Griffith, the daughter of Greg and Katrina Griffith. Dance team member Julia Kendrick, the daughter of Ed and Sharon Fowler, and also escorted by Uncle Josh Brigham. Dance team member Karima Mendez, the daughter of Erica Lopez and sister of Esmerella Mendez. Dance team member Jordan Vaughn, the daughter of Eric and Destiny Vaughn. Dance team member Peyton Wood, the daughter of Charlie and Vicki Wood. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for your senior spirit group. Cross-country runners, please take the field. All right, our senior cross-country members tonight. In appearance, cross-country runner Haley Blank, the daughter of Rebecca Veer. Cross-country runner Madeline Chestnut, the daughter of Jody and Misty Chestnut. Cross-country runner Jasmine Farnes, the daughter of Wes and Gabriella Farnes. Cross-country runner Jillian Grant, the daughter of Brian Grant and granddaughter of Bill and Sasha Grant. Cross-country runner Heidi Husela, the daughter of Jonathan and Courtney Husela. Cross country runner Dylan Leverett, the son of Michael and Anna Leverett. Cross country runner Mariah Valenzuela, the daughter of Cassidy Lash. One more big round of applause for your senior cross country runners for CHS. Might add that the girls cross country are going to state, so lots of accomplishments there for our girls cross country team.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude our senior night. We'll take a break and be right back here on Tiger Football Live.
James Robert Howe, CW3 Chief Warrant Officer. Chris Bills, Sergeant. Representing the U.S. Navy, Jacob Adamson. Chief Robert Bell, Operations Specialist, First Class. Gavin Blank, Navy Airman E3. U.S. Marine Corps, Derek W. Dolan, Gunner Sergeant. Bill Rockwell, Corporal E4. Tommy Knott, Sergeant. Kristen Blank, Private First Class. U.S. Air National Guard, Gavin Wood, Airman. From the Army National Guard, Ed Puckett, Sergeant First Class. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight we want to recognize all of our military, past and present, for all the veterans joining us here tonight on both sides of the field. As this military medley is being played, would you please stand and be recognized for your service during your fight songs for the Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force, and Marines.
Song for the Space Force.
And the U.S. Coast Guard. And the United States Air Force. the United States Marine. Big hand for our United States military. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please stand? Removing all caps and hats, direct your attention to the north end of the playing field. And representing our nation's colors tonight are our local servicemen and women from our American Legion Post 108. Now into the direction of Miss Belinda Flynn. Our CHS choir, let's take this opportunity to pay tribute to the Stars and Stripes of America with a singing of our national anthem, followed by our CHS band and our Cushing High School fight song.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Plains Pipeline pregame countdown here with James Caulfield and Bruce Vogt. Travis Peary is taking a break tonight, and by taking a break, I mean he's actually working. So he's having to do something he's the ag teacher here at Cushing, and so he's having to do something for them, and I believe it's state, national, something like that.
Yeah, it's something that we're glad to have him as our ag teacher, first of all, and I know he's going to be listening in if he gets an opportunity, and don't worry, he will be back next week.
That's right, he will next week. So tonight, as you can see, I've got Bruce Vogt, and normally on Vogt's Notes here in the booth with me tonight for the entire game as your hometown Cushing Tigers get set to take on the Oolagaw Mustangs. Tigers come in tonight to Odell Field. And it is a beautiful evening, Bruce. Nice, a little bit sprinkly earlier, a little bit wind. Both of those have died down. And a beautiful night for this competition here at Old Field. Tigers come off the win last week 70-7 over Cleveland.
And again, another stellar ball game for these Tigers. We have yet to see what kind of potential they really have. We know they're a great team.
Yeah.
We know they can very explosive, whether in the air or on the ground. They got two great backs, Noah Jones and then Horn. Which he's a straight up north and south runner, a good smash mouth football. Where Jones is a slicer and dicer,
right.
both potential big problems for the defense. And we've seen that last night, but we've just never I think since Perkins, we haven't even seen our varsity in the third period.
No, and in fact, the closest thing that you compare it to is Oologah took on Wagner. So I think that would probably be our closest competition for tonight. I was looking that up, and they came off against Wagner. That's on September 30th. They played Wagner. They lost 36-0 against Wagner. Wagner came in here, and the Tigers took care of them 42-0. Now, you know, that really doesn't mean anything when you come to the game. Right. It's just a stat you can look at, but that's a close comparison we can have. The Tigers should take care of business for the next 2 games, Bruce.
Right, and Oologah comes in this game scoring 257 points through the 8 games, and they've allowed 165 points. Right. And that's them playing probably a full game. Their varsity playing a full game. Cushing has a 452 points on the year, but points against only 85. So, again, the defense is a stellar defense this year so far. Yeah. We see a lot of stunting, a lot of sacks in the ball game. We got a great secondary back there that keeps the passing down. Tonight, we're going to see a Oologah team that passes the ball well. They do a lot of 10s and ends and 15s and in, either from the left side or the right side. You'll see them tonight running the ball. They kind of tend to run the ball to the left side, right between the guard and the tackle. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of offense they'll come out against the Cushing Tigers.
Yeah, that is. And then, you know, we talk about this every week. You never want to look ahead. We get the opportunity to do that. The team doesn't want to do that. And I think that's been the hardest part for Coach Morgan is keeping the team focused every week on the game that's ahead. And so as we're looking ahead, we see, we go to Skytook to finish out the regular season next week. And then we go into districts. It looks like at this point, if everything is the same, we'll probably end up against Ada. I would think that would be the closest one that we would have. That'd be the number 4, would be the number 1. You never know how that's going to work out, but right now, as it stands, that's the way it will be. It will be a home game here for the Tigers with this victory tonight. Exactly. If they win tonight or next week, either one would get them a home field advantage.
And right now, Cushing stands alone in our district as the only undefeated team at 8-0. And in the state, there's only a handful that are still undefeated in the high school level. So
I was waiting for you to name them.
I bet we could too, but
I'm not for sure in all of 4A football that Cushing doesn't stand alone also as the only undefeated team. I'm trying to look and see. The only one that I might think Broken Bow, but they got beat. Right. Then you have the next closest one to them, Poto got beat.
Right.
Wagner got beat. Tuttle got beat. Bethany beat Tuttle. And you go down the list, you start saying, oh, wow, Clinton got beat twice. And so you start looking and go, okay, so here I am in 4A football. I'm just going to glance through very quickly. Bethany's 7-1. Bethany is the surprise for me of the season for 4A football in Oklahoma. Yeah, I'm going down through here, Bruce. I don't see another undefeated team other than the Cushing Tigers. I think I have all. No, well, it says Preg, but Preg is not. Oh, because they're playing Hara. So Preg is not a 4A team, but they were undefeated in whatever they're in 3A.
Right.
They're playing Hara tonight. That's it. Cushing Tigers are your only 4A undefeated team to this point in the season.
And this is in a new district that we're playing in this year. We hadn't played in it before. It's a tough district, but, we get back to what we were saying right in the beginning. Are the Tigers just that great this year, or is our district not shown us anything? So I personally, with 22 seniors, I think we're just that great at the moment.
Yeah, it really is. One of the things that we've seen this year is the Tigers, we know how good they are on offense, but they've also risen in defense dramatically. They've always been solid, but this year they have been just outstanding in defense. I really think that has been the difference maker for the team so far.
Right. And, I talked to you, I think we were talking offline, or I may have said something during the halftime show that, Camden, you see this young man on film.
Yeah.
You hear about him. You read about him. Last week, Cleveland, on that kickoff, I believe it was, where Camden ran right by their bench and ran it in for about a 65, 70-yard touchdown. You're as a coach, you're seeing this young man come at you and just fly by you at the speed of sound, and you automatically go, everything they say about this guy, everything I've seen about this guy is true. He's an amazing player.
So out there on the field, we see our captains on the field. Out in the captain's circle is, of course, Blaze Berlowitz, Riley Matheson, Camden Crooks, and Lane Yount. And then I can't see the numbers for the Oologah players. Oologah has deferred. They won the toss. They deferred. Cushing's going to pick which side? And you can see on camera there a row of seniors behind. All the seniors came out tonight, only 4 allowed, of course, in the circle.
And we got a text, a good friend of mine, Chris White. He's watching us tonight.
Hey.
We've got a lot of good friends out at Embridge that love watching the show.
And I've already been corrected, and I thought it was funny to say I didn't know where Travis Peary was, but Travis Peary is at the National FFA Convention in Indianapolis. I was hoping he would be the one to correct me after he didn't show up with the answer last week, after teasing everybody. And we'll be doing more of that as we get into the playoffs, and we'll tease some of it next week as well. Folks, we got 1 minute and 14 seconds until game time. Oologah's getting ready. They're playing the prep video on the scoreboard. And, Bruce, you want to make a prediction for tonight? We haven't made a prediction all year long. I'm going to give you a chance to make a prediction like the old days of what you think it's going to be tonight.
And here's my thing. I like the way Oologah comes out and plays. I like their offense. I've seen some videos on there. I think this first half is going to be a good first half for Oologah. It's going to be a good first half for the Tigers, a good learning experience. It may give them a little bit of a headache here in the beginning. That's my prediction. Overall, the game is going to be another 55 to 14 game.
So Cushing has been the only undefeated team since October 1st. So just as we said, appreciate Christina sending that in, and your Tigers are getting set. I think it's going to be just like every other game. I think we're going to see more players coming in the third and fourth quarter and more playing time for some of the younger players. I look for the Tigers to take care of business this week and next week and move right into playoffs. The only thing that's going to be stopping the Tigers right now is the Tigers themselves. So, folks, this has been your Plains Pipeline pregame countdown with James Caulfield and Bruce Vogt. Appreciate you joining us, and we are going to move right into the game here at Odell Field.
Has Cushing gone 10-0? 10-0 before? Mm-hmm. And I don't remember the last time.
That was the question that Bruce asked Travis asked last week.
Oh, okay.
It was the last time they were outright champions, and people chiming in the times that they had gone 10-0. And if you're asking me to remember those stats, that is not going to happen. There's not enough gray matter in my head to remember that kind of stuff.
Oh, Chris White's going to be a pain all night long, I can tell. I've seen on some film that Oologah's got a good field goal kicker, too. So we can maybe watch out for that also. There's Yount. But you can tell right away they're not going to kick it to Crooks, James. They squibbed that one right into Yount's hand about the 30-yard line, 28-yard line.
Tigers are going to get started right here on the 35, 1st and 10 with game underway. And I don't blame him. I wouldn't kick the Crooks either, as he's fired off several games this season, taking it all the way for a touchdown.
And Uligal's already showing some stunt activity there in the secondary.
There it is. Nothing but open field in front of Crooks. See if he can get around the last safety, and he does. He gets out of bounds about the 24-yard line, 26-yard line. Wow.
About 37-yard run after the catch.
Jason Palmer says, you guys sound magnificent. Keep up the great work. And thanks, Jason. Wondering what it is you need for that magnificent comment. I've never sounded magnificent, but, man, I'm glad to hear somebody thinks we are. For the end zone. Oh, targeting Brady Matheson. Man. They're in the end zone. Look, a player, and I can't really see their numbers. A lot of them have them folded up. I can't see who that was. 0 maybe?
Yeah.
Is there a 0? I can't really see. I'm sorry.
Number 8.
8. Thank you. That's Joseph Griswold.
Jones picked up 3.
Sorry, I got distracted as my favorite Regner, Ryan Regner, just walked out of the press box. Haven't seen her for a while.
Good place to be on a Friday night, right here.
So Berlowitz targets Jones on that one. Jones is tied up just a little bit with the defender. Doesn't get to finish his ride as quickly as possible. And that was a timing right as he pops it up in the air and where Jones normally would have been.
And that defense of Uligal is getting in there on the quarterback just a little bit too quick.
It's going to bring up 4th down and 7 on the 25-yard line. The Tigers look to be going for it.
Tigers haven't been put in this spot very often this year, 4th down. Jones is going to get
head off to Jones. He's got the first down. He's got some more. He's going to turn around and touchdown. Tigers. Noah Jones takes it in for the touchdown. Man, that was a nice run, Bruce, as he's moving, shifting, and then really kind of turning, not really spinning off of the defenders, but turning off the defenders.
And he was hit 3 times and still kept on his feet, kept churning, kept going. 25-yard TD run, 28 yards for Jones here in this first series.
So that's kind of establishing it for the line right there as they opened up a hole wide enough that even a fat guy like me could run through.
Well,
I could jog through.
and just that quick, Tigers are on the board, just like they the last 8 games, you know. I think I don't know the stats on this, which I probably should, but how many games have we scored on the first series?
I would venture a guess every one. Every one we've scored within the first probably 4 or 5 minutes of the game at least.
And I wasn't at the Perkins game, so I wasn't.
I think there's been 3 that we probably haven't scored on the first series.
Right.
So here we go, folks. I want to bring up our schedule here. As you can see, we go to Skytook next week at 7. That's going to finish out the regular season. I want to talk about a few of our sponsors. Plains Pipeline, the sponsor of our pregame countdown. We appreciate them and all they've done. They remind you to know what's below. Call 811 before you dig. That's Plains Pipeline. Also, Davis Dental Studio. She is also an anchor sponsor and a sponsor of our Davis Dental scoreboard. Appreciate her. Rebecca Davis, 918-225-1356. You can give her a visit at 1330 East 9th Street in Cushing. DavisDentalStudio.com. That's my dentist, Rebecca Davis. All right, back to action.
And you look at the stands, it's amazing how many people are here tonight.
Well, senior night helps that as well. But, you know, the thing that I've been amazed about all season long, Bruce, is that the fans aren't leaving.
No.
Like even we've had blowout after blowout, and the fans are staying right here. You see very few people getting up and going home.
And it's just going to be an exciting year, and people are just wanting to stick around and be a part of it, and just like you and me, James.
Lane Yon, Matheson.
And, he's the kicker, and he's still getting down there getting the tackles.
Kind of shows you just how fast he is, much ground he covers, and what a threat he is on both sides of the field.
Right. And you're going to see me with the field glasses and my reading glasses just all over the place.
I turned the camera off. They can't see.
Thank goodness.
We just have the live reads up now. You're good to go.
Oh! Big hit. That was by Crooks.
Yeah.
Man. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell in
No, that's all right.
Mike, but, dude, that rocked me up here.
Jeannie Cooper says she's supporting the Tigers. Scott Walters watching from Watonga. Jackie Walters, Steve Sneed watching here in Cushing. Valda Jones Hammersley says, go Tigers. He's got the corner, but I believe that's Young. Gets a hand on him.
Yep,
just have to spin
Young.
him down and take him down. Chris Kinsey is watching. Appreciate him. Matthew Ray, great start, y'all. And outside, Jason Palmer says he is watching too, and we appreciate that. Appreciate everybody's support and all the encouragement that you've been giving this year.
What a great fan base we have. James Jackson, Carl Sherwood, I know they're listening in tonight. Little dump pass. Number 5 in on the tackle.
Burgett gets off of his block and makes the tackle.
That Burgett.
That's enough for a first down for Ulaga with 9 minutes and 32 seconds left.
And here we go back with some interest. Not too many teams can boast about getting a first down on the Tigers on their first series of plays. One of these days we're going to have a big list of trivia questions for this. Like Burgett and Matheson. Second down and 8 for the Mustangs. Good ball movement with the Mustangs right now. And looking at their film, I knew they could move the ball. Oh, good job.
Well, they're moving the wrong direction with that one. That's
62. And that's a
Connor Moreland. Gets in there and breaks that up.
We haven't heard much out of him this year, but that was a great defensive play.
5'11", 180 junior for the Tigers.
And they've seen some of the same film I have. Ulaga still going to that left side.
Back there again, that passes away, brought in by one hand.
And that Hilligoss on the tackle.
Pass complete to Streeter, A.J. Streeter, for the Mustangs. That's going to bring up fourth down. Add 7 for them on the 41-yard line. We talked about the fans, how they haven't left the stands, but our fans have been watching all the way through the games as well, and I appreciate that.
And the good thing is they're so supportive if they can't make it to the games, like the long games. They're still finding a way to get to the ball, get the information.
That's right. As Crooks fumbles that one a little bit on the catch, picks it up, able to advance it about 3 yards. But an unusual fumble for him is a bit of a line drive, a bit of a knuckleball. I want to talk about a few more of our sponsors right here. RCB Bank, that is my bank. You can finance your personal and business needs with us. Connect with us at rcbbank.com or 855bank.rcb. They are also the sponsors of RCB at the Half and Votes Notes.
And we do appreciate them, as well as all of our sponsors.
Barlowitz fakes a little Pumps a little
Probably about 3
to
yards.
Cam McCrooks, then runs, keeps the ball himself. Nothing doing. Hey, Dandy Don, Dr. Raymond. Hello, sir.
Berlowitz picked up about 3 yards on that carry. And that's another thing I saw on the film with the Mustangs. Their quarterback will, if he gets pressured in the backfield, he will tuck and run.
Yeah.
That's a long count.
Tigers do look and got the defense to commit. Then look to the sideline, change the play. Pass out to Yount, complete.
They're going to give Yount 8 yards on that.
With forward progress, I can say that's enough for a first down for the Tigers. 6:41 left on the clock. Tigers leading 7-0 in this first quarter of play.
4 passes, 45 yards for Berlowitz.
Berlowitz under a little bit of pressure there and gets away, but it is short in the middle. He was targeting his brother, it appeared like. Bring up second down for the Tigers. Berlowitz with time. He actually checks his entire progression there. You can see he starts on this near side and checks all the way across, ends up passing it to Yount, but not able to reel it in.
Man, I thought he reeled that in for a minute because that was a great pass.
Bring up third down and 10 for the Tigers.
That's 4 blanks for Berlowitz here in the first period.
They bring everybody. Tips it off to Yount. Met by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Oologah Mustangs. Going to be brought down. That'll bring a fourth down for the Tigers. As Brody Berlowitz gets set to punt. So Oologah getting a stop here on the second series against the Tigers.
Brody may have forgotten how to punt. He hadn't had to do it in so long.
Brody Berlowitz has that kind of rugby side kick. Gene Carroll says, watching from Stillwater, you guys are, and you ran it away from me before I could see. You guys are doing a great job. I appreciate that.
Good to hear from you, Gene.
Bonnie Walborn is watching, along with Connie Greenwood Stacy. They say it takes a village to raise a child. Cushing is a village of fans working together to support this football team. Hey, I like it.
I do too.
Nice.
Way to work that into this too.
Berlowitz, Richard Thackeray tells us that Berlowitz is ranked number 10 in the nation. That's pretty impressive.
And that's just playing halftime, up to halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good shoestring. Yount on the tackle there and just tripped him up. Nice play by the Mustangs.
It was. About an 8-9 yard gain there. It was like 8-yard gain.
The receiver was Braxton Moore, senior.
Brings up second down and 2 on the 24-yard line.
Oh. 10, 20. Moreland in there on the tackle along with Heisler.
Wyatt Heisler, a name we've called a lot this year on the defensive side of the ball. He is a sophomore for the Tigers.
You know, we got a good group of kids coming up. We're losing around 22 seniors.
Yeah.
But I still think our underclassmen this year has been coming off the bench, playing hard, getting a lot of reps in. I think we're good. Ooh, nice. Matheson come in and stuck on that one.
Matheson, I believe also Connor Moreland on that one.
Moreland was again in there. He's
as well as G.W. Burgett. That's going to bring up 4th down and 1 on the 25-yard line for the Mustangs.
And we talked about this, giving the Tigers a little bit of a headache here in the first period. Giving our coaches something to work with, to look at.
Long snap. Handled, and it's going to go to Crooks, who finds a lane and makes another lane with two Mustangs to take him down.
22-yard return for Crooks.
So Crooks
puts the Tigers in pretty good position.
Yeah. So Crooks puts them in a great position on the 34-yard line. And as we said last time, the Mustangs got to stop. Let's see if the Tigers can make the adjustment here with 3 minutes and 21 seconds left in the quarter. Handoff to Jones. Takes it right up the middle. About a 5-yard gain for the Tigers.
Jones 3 carries for 34 yards. Oh, nice pass. There's a 20.
Touchdown, Tigers. No one can stop Mr. Crooks when he finds open room like that and running with authority into the end zone. Nice little fake by.
And we have seen that play a couple of times for a touchdown this year.
Nice little fake by Berlowitz as he finds Crooks cutting across right in the middle.
29-yard TD run. That's Crooks catching first TD the game on a catch and run. 29. Crooks has two catches for 66 yards and a touchdown here in the first period.
That kick is good for the Tigers. They're leading 14-0 with 2 minutes and 47 seconds in the first quarter. I want to talk about a few more of our sponsors. Real quick, Blue Sky Bank, your hometown bank. They are the sponsor of the Blue Sky Bank Big Tiger Play, and they are giving back into the athletic program with every time we call that. We appreciate them. Also, I passed one up, Ortho, Oklahoma. Ortho, Oklahoma, of course, one of our anchor sponsors as well.
Berlowitz with 8 passes, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
So Ortho, Oklahoma is the only on-site imaging, including Stillwater's only open MRI. They have sports medicine, orthopedic surgery, spine surgery, total joint replacement. Ortho, Oklahoma division of Stillwater Medical. They are our game wrap-up sponsor. Appreciate them. Talk about one more here before we get away. Oklahoma Community Credit Union. Experience the difference today. Mobile app, co-op, shared branches, lowered loan rates. Oklahoma Community Credit Union, 405-743-3428. Back to action here, Bruce.
Tigers' game plan still, I like what they're doing here in the first. They're playing their game. It's just 1 yard at a time. There's a reverse on that kickoff. And they did a little razzle-dazzle on that one, James.
I'll tell you one of the things that I appreciate is they have a broadcast crew as well, and they sent us over some of the information, including how to pronounce the names correctly.
That was a nice little
touch.
Came up. Carpenter on the tackle. After kind of a razzle-dazzle play, they brought the ball to the near side, pitched the ball about midway across the field, and reversed. But Carpenter stayed home and was able to get the tackle. Whoa! They ran into Matheson. And that's a battle you're not going to win too often.
No, little post-game, post-play fun times having with John Hilligoss and number 2, Jackson Burkett.
Get a great first period of action. Tigers lead at 14-0, but Hilligoss has moved the ball well. That Tiger defense is just such a swarming defense. Heisler on the tackle over on that far side. Tigers are not giving up much. Heisler with a couple of tackles tonight.
That'll bring up a third down for the Tigers on the 41-yard line, 3rd and 7. 1 minute, 24 seconds here in this first quarter. The Mustangs pass this near side, and as you said on the last play, they are just swarmed by the Tigers. You say Hilligoss the first one there. Also Ace Wright.
You got Hilligoss out here on this corner. You got Heisler over on that other corner. They're not letting that short pass get away from them.
No, they're reading it well and converging on it very well, as Camden Crooks will step back to receive the punt from the Mustangs.
Good punt. Fair catch called.
Wyatt Heisler just about gets a hand on it from the far side, coming around the far corner. Doesn't get a hand on it. So that's going to set us up for 37.4 seconds left in the first quarter.
And that was a rare, legitimate fair catch.
Another one of our sponsors this year, Matherly Davis Funeral Home. Every life has a story. Visit them at 402 East Broadway Street in Cushing or 918-225-3103. Matherly Davis Funeral Home.
I like that commercial there. I like the picture that they have up.
They did. That's really nice. I'm sure Brent drew that.
It's pretty calming.
Oh!
Out of bounds.
Jan turns around and says, look, I caught it with one hand, but it only counts if you catch it in bounds, young man. So Lane Jan, little fancy catch in there. Would have been glorious if it had caught it in bounds. He didn't. That's going to bring up 32.7 seconds now left. Second down and 10.
4 catches for 11 yards for Jan. He's got a couple blanks on there.
Oh.
Did he catch that? He caught it.
He did. Oh, my goodness. The athleticism to catch that one as Crooks brings that one in the middle of the field.
37-yard catch.
Reels in the pass from Berlowitz. Tigers feeling it.
Flag.
I believe they're going to stop the play.
That was a heck of a catch by Crooks. I mean, he caught that down on the toe of his shoe.
And the officials are using pink flags tonight. So 5-yard penalty against the Tigers. I did not see what the penalty was.
They came right down here on the sideline, so they may have been offsides.
One would assume, but I didn't look up in time.
Neither.
Berlowitz fakes that one.
They'll give him a yard. Berlowitz has a couple rushes for 4 yards tonight. Crooks, amazingly, has 3 catches for 103 yards and a touchdown.
That'll end the first quarter of play. Tigers leading 14-0. We're going to take a break here from our sponsors. Be right back here on the Hub Network. All right, welcome back to the Hub Network. Your hometown Tigers leading 14-0 as we get started in the second quarter of play. And Oologah has, honestly, about what I expected would be the most competition we saw over the last over this last 4-game stretch.
Right.
The Tigers have here at the end of the season.
And the Tigers need to be tested like this, and this is a good game, a good start. These are the kind of games you like to come out and watch. It's a game of strategy. And Oologah looks like they travel well with their crowd. Key word there was they traveled here.
They did. Which means we will be traveling next week.
No flag.
Jones finds some room, makes a little bit of a gap there.
They'll give him a yard.
He ran about 15 to get one. It looks like Oologah traveled about an hour and 25 minutes.
Yeah. 4 carries, 35 yards for Jones.
Barlow was with all kinds of time.
Oh.
Intended for Brady Matheson as he falls down backwards. He was under double coverage back there as the safeties come across to help out. So Brady Matheson not able to bring that one in because he wasn't able to get to it. Fourth down.
And great job by the lineman, outside lineman, Brett Griffith. He's just a sophomore. He's taken on a very aggressive defensive player over, and he had him stood up and wasn't about to let him get into the quarterback. Very impressive.
So 4th down and 8. Tigers look to be going for it here.
Doug Biswell listening in.
Hey, Doug. Cadman Crooks over the middle, finds the room around the outside. He's in, touchdown, Tigers. So, again, to the inside for the Crooks, and he makes his way all the way out to the far corner of the end zone, and a touchdown for the Tigers. So just like that, the offensive weapons for the Tigers kind of lull them in, thinking they're going to go one way, and there's 3 other options they have.
Barlowitz, 12 passes, 120 yards, 2 TDs. Hooking up with Crooks, who has 4 catches, 139 yards, and 2 TDs. Very impressive.
The kick is up, and it is good for the Tigers. They extend the lead 21-0.
Thanks, everybody.
In the second quarter play.
And thanks, everybody who's texting us. And feel free to go out there to our Facebook or YouTube and put something out there, good or bad. We love hearing from everybody.
No. Good. No. The rules are, just like your mama told you, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, then don't say anything.
Well.
Encouraging words, people. My little fragile ego can't take it. So I'm looking around the district here and around the state in 4A football. Elk City leading Woodward 7-0. You've got Clinton over Cache 7-0. Poto leading Ada 14-0. Bethany, number 3 Bethany versus number 4 Blanchard, 6-7. Bethany in the lead by 1 in the first quarter of play. Miami over Cleveland 21-0. Broken Bow trailing. Number 8 Broken Bow trailing 14-6 against Stillwell. That's a surprise.
Good ball game.
That is a good ball game. As we come back with 11 minutes and 7 seconds in the half, Tigers leading 21-0.
Randy Evans is listening in also.
Hey, Randy.
He says he says I sound terrible, but hey.
Hey, listen, I just said if you don't
negative?
have anything good to say, just like your mama's rules.
Oh, I love you, Randy. Oh, loose ball.
I believe that one's recovered by the Tigers, sir. Yes, sir, it is. As the side judge indicates, Tigers are going to get the ball with a very short field.
Emerson Harper will be credited with that one, I believe. Well, they're going to say, I don't have a name for number 36, but he was the one still holding the ball.
We just got this new roster from the coaches, so I would imagine if there's a name on there that doesn't have a number that we don't have, that's probably somebody forgot a jersey.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Never happens. Jones looking for a place to go.
He's got it. Slowed down as someone grabbed him by the foot, brought down by number 11.
13 yards for Jones on that carry.
Brad Hoisington brought Jones down.
5 carries for 48 yards.
Brent Kerr, my favorite Kerr, is watching. Nancy McFarland, thanks for the broadcast, she says. Sally Wright watching. Nephew Ace Wright and our amazing Cushing Tigers. Georgina Boyle says she began her teaching career at Oologah and taught at Cushing. For the remainder, go Tigers.
I'm not sure. Oh, that was number 9 that carried, Jacob Horn.
Once again, Emily Kennedy is going to win, I believe, the farthest distance as she is watching from Wilmington, Delaware. Jones finds just enough room to get in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Tigers starting to find that rhythm and making every possession count.
This looks strangely familiar to the Wagner game where the Tigers and Wagner traded all the way through the first quarter and really didn't get anything going. And then all of a sudden, the Tigers found the rhythm, took off, and it looked very similar to this.
Jones, 6 carries, 64 yards, and a couple of TDs here in the first half.
That point is good. Going to extend the Tigers' lead. 28-0 with 10 minutes in the half. I want to talk about a few more of our sponsors here. Broken Arrow Electric Supply Incorporated. Their branch phone is 918-258-3581. Broken Arrow Electric Supply is a full-line electrical material supplier to the residential, commercial, and industrial OEM markets. Broken Arrow Electric. Frontier Bowl Family Fun Center at 525 East Pine in Cushing or 918-225-2413. You can visit them at frontierbowl.com or you can go check them out located a quarter mile north of Highway 33 on Highway 18, Frontier Bowl. Man, they got all kinds of things to do down there. Eat pizza and bowl and play pool and I don't know, all kinds of fun stuff.
They have all sorts of fun things going on. But I was just sitting up here kind of laughing to myself. Don Amon walking down on the track, and Don has never met a stranger, I don't think. And he's just one of those lovable guys. He's got to stop and talk to everybody. He just gives just sit up here and chuckle. We definitely miss him up here in the booth.
Yes, sir. He took on the high school principal duties this year.
Woo! Big kick.
And sticks his leg in that one. Mustang's going to take that one for a touchback. And then bring it out to.
That was a nice kick.
Yes, sir, it was.
No wind behind it or in front of it.
Nice kick for the Tigers. Brings out Oologah on the 20-yard line. Nice run by number 21, Ashton Wright.
Crooks on the tackle.
21 tackled by 21.
Crooks with a couple tackles tonight.
Don't say enough about our crew. One of our crew couldn't be here tonight, and that's Travis Peary, but also our other wonderful camera lady, Amaya Grant. Young lady going to be competing in state tomorrow, cross country. And the Tigers swarm that one, going to lose ground.
Yount on the tackle. He has 3 tackles on this evening. Now, and when I mark them down as a tackle, they made the initial hit.
Right.
They've been in on other tackles. Because the Tigers, their defense just don't use one guy to tackle. They swarm.
So, as I said, Amaya Grant is going to be competing cross country tomorrow.
Oh,
as a group of ladies is competing, and man, Ace Wright gets some elevation there to get his hands on that one. Ace, not the tallest guy on the field, but he definitely jumped like he was.
But man, that was close.
Bring the ball back to the 26-yard line, 4th and 4. I would assume, yes, that Ulaga is going to punt right here.
Tigers should get some good field position.
You know, Ulaga's had a tough time finding any traction since that first series. They found a little bit to begin with, and just the Tigers have made the adjustments and shut everything down so far. That one's going to bounce and check up.
Looked like it fell into a pile of sand the way it stopped.
Checked up at the 37-yard line. We'll mention a few more of our sponsors here. Another new sponsor, Hard Hat Safety and Glove, hardhatsafetyandglove.com, Hard Hat Safety and Glove. LSE is your complete source for personal protective equipment and safety supplies. Safety gear, apparel, work gloves, safety glasses, hard hats, earplugs, respirators, FRs, safety, clothing, first aid kits, ergonomics, safety signs, traffic control, signs, barriers, fall protection, railways, work boots, gas detectors, and more. Hard Hat, Safety, and Supply.
Way to go,
I almost
James.
got them all in. Hard Hat, Safety, and Gloves, .com.
Good job.
Berlowitz going to break through that one. Breaks one tackle. Going to be enough for the first down.
13 yards for Berlowitz.
Got a flag back here. We got 2 Ulaga players down. Official timeout. And we see some pink laundry on the field as well. I'm not sure what that one's about. With that official timeout, we'll mention a few more of our sponsors here as they're getting number 41 up. And they have him up and ready to go, and I can't see who the other one is, but Ken's Bookkeeping and Tax Service, 403 North Cleveland Avenue in Cushing, Oklahoma, 74023 918 225 1364. You can visit them at 403 North Cleveland. Kim's Bookkeeping and Tax Service. Both Ulaga players up, walking off the field under their own power. That's a good sign.
Tackett was one of them, and Schrader, the other injured player that got up and walked off. 13-yard for Berlowitz, 17 yards total rushing for our quarterback.
Noah Jones makes the reception. Shows he's more than just a running back. Loses a little bit of traction. And going to be brought to a stop. I started brought down, but really brought to a stop.
12 yards.
By number 21.
On that play.
Ashton Wright on the stop for the Mustangs. What'd you say? Sorry, sir.
Oh, I just 12 yards on that play. Jones receiving is 2 catches for 12 yards. His first catch he did. That was the long one that he didn't catch.
All right.
Oh, way to go, Berlowitz.
Berlowitz. Touchdown, Tigers. Pass to Noah Jones, and he's going to get a receiving touchdown as well. And listen, man, they brought the house and brought one from the outside, completely untouched. Berlowitz sees it and literally ducks underneath it. What a nice move by him. Yeah.
You know, just effortlessly. He just ducked and
knows that that's going to free somebody up on that side as well. Pops right back up looking that way, and there's Noah Jones for the touchdown.
Jones, 3 catches, 24 yards, and a touchdown.
Wow. And that kick is up and good for the Tigers. Going to extend their lead.
14 passes, 144 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
And Tigers starting to find that rhythm as they extend the lead 35-0 with 7:24 left in the second quarter. I want to talk about a few more of our sponsors here. Clayton's Land Service, LLC, pipeline maintenance, welding, track hoe, backhoe, dozer, dump trucks, haul trucks, right-of-way clearing, weed control, mowing, sandblasting, and painting, power washing. Give them a call, 918-223-5801. That's Clayton's Land Services. AKL Services, oilfield supplies and services. Give them a call at 918-225-5533. Sandblasting, they make H-pipes for fences, all kinds of good stuff. Skid steer, AKL Services Incorporated.
And want to thank those of us here tonight. Natasha Kemp's done a great job on the board, as she always does. And we got Jackie on the camera doing an excellent job. And we want to always thank them for being here. James Caulfield, Bruce Vogt, along with Joe Kennedy here on my left.
Puts boot of that one is going to go through the end zone. Touchback. So Mustang once again will start on the 20-yard line with 7 minutes and 24 seconds left.
Madison's getting a good foot into that tonight.
Yes, he is. State Farm, good news, rates just got lower. Radney Robinette Insurance Agency is your State Farm agent. Give him a call at 918-225-1957. Radney Robinette and State Farm.
Illegall will try again. Yount on the coverage there, but that was just almost an uncatchable pass.
Yeah. We do have a penalty on the field. I'm trying to, they're coming across to discuss it. Both line judges.
I didn't even see the flag go. It's hard to see those
pink
flags.
The pink flags always throw me off.
But, you know, you alluded to this the last game when we were in Cleveland. You can see the contrast of the artificial turf being green and seeing the numbers clearly and the players clearly. Last week, that natural grass, it was just so hard to make out anything.
That's true, and it hadn't been painted in a while, so that made it hard to see as well.
Yeah. And Jackie Bush giving me a howdy do out there. She said she's glad I'm alive.
Oh, that's nice, Jackie.
Yeah. You got to love her. Good to hear from you, Jackie Bush.
And we do. Love her and Van both.
There no Van man.
Julie Alacor Chapman says she would not watch anything else on Friday nights. Go Tigers.
That's nice. Oh,
wow.
A big stick. Yount and Matheson in on the tackle.
Yes, and Morton as well. So Connor Moreland, man, he's making his presence known in the middle. He's found some gaps there.
Yeah, Matheson, 5 tackles. Moreland has 3. Oh, and again, Matheson.
And that
putting the pressure on.
Riley Matheson.
5 tackles, 2 of them now for a loss.
Wreaking havoc in the backfield right now against the Mustangs.
and you got to attribute a lot of that to that defensive line getting getting everybody locked up there, getting that offensive line locked up with them, giving them Matheson that free pass.
So Uligat having to punt from their end zone. That one fumbled just a little bit. Line shot as Crooks just says, I'll take it off of the deck. And he's got a lane on the outside, one man to beat. Oh, can't quite stay in bounds.
37-yard return on that one.
Yes, sir. Penalty markers everywhere. We have a yellow one and a pink one.
Good eye, my friend.
I would assume about in the realm of a block in the back. But that's an assumption. We'll wait for
that
the
many
official
flags,
call.
it had to be obvious.
It was pretty obvious.
Whew, and it hurt.
Yep.
We'll work on that.
That's exactly what that was, as a subjective call.
We'll talk about that when we see the film. We'll talk about that.
That one wasn't subjective, by the way. Just so we're clear. Sometimes it had to be in the back, but now it's around to the side. They've adjusted that over the years, but
as long as it's close.
That one wasn't close. Berlowitz checks Crooks. Wasn't back there. Pass to Brady Matheson. Nice catch by Matheson.
Another flag. 25 yards. 25 yards on that catch by Matheson.
So Brady Matheson, man. He's been solid on the defense this year and really coming on strong on the offense as well, which just gives more tools for the Tigers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has come along in the last at least three games.
Officials are having quite a discussion over there, waiting for the official call. Flag was on the far side. The penalty is against the Mustangs. Oh, that is a sideline infraction. So that's going to back Ulaga up and spot the ball. That'll be first and goal.
That was Matheson's first catch for 25 yards. He had 3 attempts. Oh.
Berlowitz had to get that one away as he was feeling pressure from both sides.
Berlowitz is very poised back there in that pocket.
He is.
I mean, he's very comfortable.
One of the things the Wagner coach said about him was even when you get to him, it doesn't rattle him.
Right.
He pops right back at the next play and acts like it never happened.
$5:28 left in the half.
Crooks in motion. He's going to get the pass, find his way in for a touchdown. Tigers.
Amazing, isn't it?
Man, I mean, 3 Mustangs had their hands on him. He still drives his way into the end zone and gets the touchdown.
Well, even from where we're sitting, we looked at that. Crooks just caught it. He's seen the 3 defenders in front of him and just.
But his head down says, I'm going in.
Yeah.
Tigers now 41-0 with 5 minutes and 19 seconds.
6 catches for 149 yards, 3 touchdowns for Crooks.
Matheson puts the kick in, and it's good. 42-0 in the first quarter as the Tigers have really dominated this.
17 passes for 189 yards for Berlowitz and 3 touchdowns.
All right, I want to mention another one of our sponsors, CBEW Professional Group, LPA. They are CPAs, income tax planning and preparation, business consulting, bookkeeping, payroll, and training. Cushing, Pawnee, and Stillwater. Give them a call in Cushing at 918-225-4216 or visit them online at www.cbew.com. CBEW Professional Group, LPA.
I know I'm
LLP, sorry.
There you go. I know I'm giving some stats along the way, but never fear, me and RCB will be here at halftime.
That's right. Don't forget about RCB at the half with Votes Notes.
$42-0. Pretty much the way the first half has gone all year long, I think, except for Perkins maybe, but we're starting to get accustomed to this.
So Madison puts that one in and out of the end zone again. And once again, the Mustangs are going to start on the 20-yard line.
Why not?
Quality care for your whole family. That's Cushing Family Practice, another member of Stillwater Medical. Now at their new location, 2340 East Main Street in Cushing. They have same-day appointments available. Visit Blair Blankenship, Amber Reinecke, or call McCauley. Give them a call, 918-725-1901. All right, be sure to visit these sponsors and let them know, hey, thank you for bringing Tiger Football Live on the Hub Network. They are what really makes it happen. Wow.
Hilligoss on the tackle.
Griswold, the quarterback. Touchdown down by H. Wright with John Hilligoss over the Tigers. From the ball 24-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. Second and 6 upcoming.
Oh.
Wow. That lick was brought by Kyle Tate, I believe. The 6, the 8, they're so difficult for me to see, but I believe that was Kyle Tate on that.
Well, that initial
first contact,
hit,
yeah.
Yeah, first contact was Horn.
Oh, was it Jacob Horn?
Yeah. And then the rest came in. You know, and somebody carrying the ball just makes you not want to carry the ball.
Yeah.
When you see all those guys come at you, another flag.
Yeah, the 8, the 6, and the 9 are numbers that are difficult to see from here. But, yeah, that was Jacob Horn in on that one. That penalty is going to be assessed against the Tigers.
I believe that's their first penalty tonight.
I know they had one earlier, and I believe it was an offside penalty as well, or false start. Quick action for Strader.
Yount and Wright in on the tackle.
Griswold gets a hold of that. Quarterback for Mustang and just immediately spins and gets it out of his hand as quickly as possible. But even at that, he's got the pressure bearing down on him.
They're quick. That secondary of Cushing is just so quick, especially on those corners out there.
All right, so that's going to bring up 4th down and 3 on the 28-yard line. And it looks like Ulaga says, yeah, we're not going to give it to him down here. We're going to punt.
4:19 left in the half. And Tigers is just all but shut down that Mustang offense.
Takes a Mustang roll. Going to be brought down about the 43-yard line. And the Tigers will start from there. Again, Tigers leading 42-0. And, man, it's been all Tigers thus far.
Absolutely. And, you know, that offensive line, Brody Todd, along with Brett Griffin.
Lonnie Schuler.
Cade Ralston, Ronnie Schuler. And most of these linemen we're going to get back next year.
Yes, sir.
Lonnie being one of them. just a powerful offensive line. Oh.
Nice
wide
pass.
open.
Lane yawned right in the, cutting right across the middle. Nobody went with him, and so he's left all alone to bring that one in and get the yards after.
38 yards on that pass and run.
Of all the things I've been able to do over the years, I've never been able to figure the yardage as quick as you guys do. It amazes me, you guys that can figure that in your head. I just draw a blank. So first down for the Tigers on the 17-yard line. So just like that, they are back in scoring distance. And, you know, at this point, it's looking like scoring distance just about anywhere on the field, especially this side of the 50-yard line.
Jones, he's going to take it in.
Touchdown, Tigers. Noah Jones has rushing touchdowns, has passing touchdown, and now a rushing touchdown again. Jones extends that one for the Tigers.
7 rushes, 81 yards, 3 TDs for Jones here in the first half. That's just amazing. Jones is just improving game after game after game, seeing where he needs to go, and he's getting there quicker.
That point after attempt is good. That's going to extend it to 49 to nothing with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the half. I want to talk about a few more of our sponsors here as they're getting set. Nafe's Deli Grill. Mama says it's nearly perfect at Nafe's Deli and Grill, 918-225-3115 or 600 East Main Street in Cushing. Nafe's Deli and Grill. Also, Hillcrest Hospital of Cushing, treating emergencies like emergencies, whether it's chest pain, broken bone, burn, or any other sudden healthcare emergency, you'll receive responsive, patient-centered, compassionate care at Hillcrest Hospital in Cushing. Get back to better health faster. Hillcrest Hospital at 1027 South Cherry Street in Cushing or hillcrestcushing.com.
Well, the crowd's still buzzing, still here.
That's probably been the most amazing thing of the season this year is how faithful the fans have stayed with both online and in the stands.
And here we are, 3 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first half. Tigers up 49-0, and the fans are still cheering and excited. And, of course, with the help of the cheerleaders and the dance squad, that this game is just electrifying.
Yes, sir. Matheson sends that one right back through the end zone again. It's going to be a touchback. As, once again, Ulaga is going to start on the 20-yard line.
That's where they start, and they'll make 5-8 yards, and then the Tigers will shut them down. Kind of been the pattern.
No more words out of your mouth, and the very thing happens. About 6 yards gain on that one.
Burgett with the tackle. A little hurry-up offense.
Hey, we'll see where they mark this one, and that one looks like it's going to be good enough
Jones,
for a first down for the Mustangs. Sorry.
Jones knocked him out of bounds. No, that's okay.
So Ulaga gets a first down.
We just don't have that rhythm like you and Travis.
For the first time in 4 series. That passed away and just about taken away by Jones.
Man. The Tigers has had a couple opportunities to get a interception and just slipped that right through their fingers.
That pass was intended for Braxton Moore. We're broadcasting from this side of the field. Ulaga has a broadcast team as well on their side of the field.
Woo.
Timing is everything.
Man,
as Hilligoss just gets that one in.
Yeah, that was a big hit by Hilligoss.
All right, so Tigers' last district champs was 2016. I would like to just stop right there and say I was right. Check it out. You guys do a great job. I'm watching Tigers make history. Thank you, John Tuttle. I knew if we count on anybody, we count on John Tuttle.
And you're such a humble guy, James. I just
listen. If you don't believe me, just ask. I'll tell you. Listen, I don't mind bragging on it since you knuckleheads are down there picking an entire decade on the question. So no, sir, I don't mind saying that I was right on that one. And I do want to say, and I do want to remind Coach Morgan that he was right as well.
All of our numbers were in that. 16, you just reversed.
So 2016 was the last time they were district champs on that fun state run as they came up runners-up that year with a silver ball instead of the gold ball.
Oh, man.
Ooh, just gets that one away.
Yeah, fair catch call. Mustangs are getting down there pretty quick. Of course,
yes, sir.
A good high punt by their punter.
We have 1 minute and 15 seconds left in this first half. Tigers leading 49-0. And, you know, Coach Tuttle, John Tuttle, has been an encourager of the Hub Network all the way through. He has really enjoyed it and encouraged us all the way through. I appreciate him. Bringing the information. He had the picture to prove it. He didn't just guess it. He had the picture to prove.
And he has been Cushing sports all of his life.
Barlow scrambles, gets one away. His brother's ear gets the catch, drags it away. Touchdown, Tigers. Hey, listen, that is the, I'm going to call that one right there, brother.
60.
That is the Blue Sky Bank big Tiger play right there.
I agree.
That, you know, because, and here's why that's the big Tiger play. He scrambles, gets his feet set, and then throws it, 35, 40 yards. His brother has to scramble to make the catch. So Brody Burleywood makes a great catch and then fights away from the defender and gets the touchdown for the Tigers.
Kept his eyes downfield the whole time. He knew who his target was. He just kept eye on it until he got to that opening and then gave it a big shot.
Field goal is up and good for the Tigers. Extends their lead 56-0. And as we said, that is the Blue Sky Bank big Tiger play right there for the Tigers.
64-yard TD pass from Burlowitz to Burlowitz. And Brody Burlowitz now has 2 catches, 64 yards, and a touchdown. Blaze, 19 passes, 291 yards.
Wow.
4 touchdowns. And the great part about that is, James, that's his average.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and that's why he's ranked nationally, and that's why he's number 1 in 4A right now. 56-0. Kind of blows my figure out of the ground, or my guess.
Really?
But Cushing has a way of taking the air out of your sail pretty quick, and I believe that's what's happened to Mustang. That they just cannot find an answer for this Tiger offense or an answer for the Tigers' defense. That secondary is just, you know, you could tell they've been in the media room or the video room watching videos of this Oologah team, because Oologah come out and did offensively what I thought they were going to do. And
Let me step back.
So they'll get another chance here before the half, 1:03 left. And Yount on the coverage, but they're going to have to try something downfield. Those little down the line passes are not going to work with Cushing. They're just too fast on that. You're not going to get, even if you catch it, you're not going to get any yardage, and you alluded to that earlier. So they're going to have to, those 10s and ends and the 15s and ends. Oh, good job. Who is that? 56?
Carlos, no,
52.
that's it.
I can't tell.
On the.
Yeah, 62. Who is that? Moreland again. He has 4 tackles. He's kind of made a player tonight.
Yes,
we
sir.
hadn't talked about him very often. Matheson will get the tackle.
I believe they'll let the clock tick away as the first half is going to expire. Cushing Tigers leading 56-0. Folks, we're going to take a break and hear from our sponsors. We'll be right back here for RCB at the half and Votes Notes.
RCB Bank is more than a transaction. We work to make your life easier. We help build your business. We finance your dreams. We grow your legacy. We build relationships with our communities. Come in to find out why our customers always say, RCB Bank. That's my bank.
Hello, Whitney. How
Hello,
are you?
John. So here's the proposal packet for the new mobile app.
As long as I'm running this thing, there ain't gonna be no mobile app.
Introducing the new mobile app, making your banking experience even easier. It's so easy, even John can use it. Bank of Cushing, a branch of Blue Sky Bank, Pawhuska.
We have a help tab if you need help. We will have.
Oh, need help. I'm pretty good at this.
You are good at this.
And folks, as you're watching, they are honoring the first was the Lady Tigers softball team, and now this is the Tigers cross country team.
And that includes both So, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to our country team on a successful season. We appreciate their hard work and dedication, and we're proud of the participation from the elementary up to the high school. We'd also like to congratulate our high school girls cross-country team, Maddie Chestnut, Gilly Grant, Mariah Valenzuela, Mo Franklin, Amaya Grant, Cora Eiler, and Emery Eiler. And the girls team qualified for state and will compete tomorrow at 1 p.m. at Edmonds Cafe Table Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for our elementary tickets over their cross-country high school team.
And as you just heard them announce, the ladies cross-country team has qualified for state, and they will be competing tomorrow. As well as the Hub Network's very own, the Maya Grant. Good luck to them tomorrow. We're going to hear a few more from our sponsors and be right back.
Bank of Cushing, a branch of Blue Sky Bank Pahuska, wants you to know they are still the same friendly hometown bank. Local people that live, work, and worship right here in Cushing. Providing you the same great service, more convenient products and technology, making your local banking experience even better. A great bank, serving a great community. Bank of Cushing, a branch of Blue Sky Bank Pahuska.
Be sure you know what's below and call 811 before you dig.
Show your Tiger spirit everywhere you go with the Bank of Cushing Tiger Card. Every swipe helps support Cushing Public Schools for those everyday purchases that make life so much easier. Breakfast, lunch and dinner, at the gym, at the doctor's office, or taking your pet to the vet. Use the best-looking debit card in Cushing. It's a killer way to support Cushing Public Schools. Show your spirit with the Tiger Card from Bank of Cushing, a branch of Blue Sky Bank Pahuska.
RCB Bank is more than a transaction. We work to make your life easier. We help build your business. We finance your dreams. We grow your legacy. We build relationships with our communities. Come in to find out why our customers always say, RCB Bank. That's my bank.
Hello, Whitney. How
Hello,
are you?
John. So here's the proposal packet for the new mobile app.
As long as I'm running this thing, there ain't gonna be no mobile app.
Introducing the new mobile app, making your banking experience even easier. It's so easy, even John can use it. Bank of Cushing, a branch of Blue Sky Bank Pawhuska.
We have a help tab if you need help. We will have.
Oh, need help. I'm pretty good.
You are good at this.
It's halftime. Tigers lead it 56-0. Kind of the same old story, same old dance that we've seen all year. And it's not boring because it's very exciting, especially if you're a Tiger fan, because, we're headed to something great, Joe. I mean, that's where all the excitement is right now.
You're
on, buddy.
I'm on. I got my audio on.
And Joe, and thank you for joining me. This is the second game in a row that you've joined me, and just so glad to have you here.
Well, fortunately, this is the second time I've made it to the press box on my own. So I'm under my own power. So I'm batting 1,000 so far. So anyway, hopefully that continues. But yeah, you're right, Bruce. The Tigers are headed somewhere, and I think this year everybody kind of feels it a little bit. It's been 60 years since we've done anything significant in a state championship game, and
right.
I won't say it. I'm not going to jinx it. I'm not going to get Jared Kennedy mad at me because
right.
Because I'm saying it. But I'm not going to say it. But you're going to start hearing a lot about that coming up in the playoffs, and competition is going to stiffen up in the playoffs, of
right.
course. But I think this team is ready for it. I think they're ready for it.
I can't agree with you more. The stats prove it. And, when we look at these stats, we're only looking at a half a game.
Yeah, exactly. There's really whole game numbers almost as far as offense is concerned.
Exactly. And James and I had talked about this at the beginning. Is this team really that good, or is the competition not very good?
Well,
I have to think that the team is that good.
Well, I think you're right because, not everybody can be that bad, play that poorly to reflect the scores that are happening. But that means that your offense has to be clicking. You're making connections. You're executing plays. If nothing else, the execution is sharp. And maybe the competition is not the level we'd want it to be, but the execution of the offense is sharp. And the execution of the defense, for that matter. And really, you might as well just go ahead and throw in special teams because it's also very well executed as every game.
And you're absolutely right, and that's a good segue into what I was going to say about the coaching and the players. We saw them start out slow. They made a touchdown on that first series, but it took them a few plays to get there. But you could tell the transition in the team and the coaches, because the coaches kept them motivated, seeing that they needed to make some adjustments. The players made that adjustment, and boom, all of a sudden we're scoring at will.
Yeah, and it is pretty amazing to see because you kind of start off, and I was just telling our producer earlier, gee whiz, only 42 points
right.
in the first quarter and a half or whatever it was, I mean, it's almost a disappointing game, right? We're so used to 60 and 70 points, at the end of a game, which it may be again tonight. I mean, here we are at 56-0,
right.
But so a little, by our standards, a little underperforming
right.
compared to last week, right?
You're right.
But listen, but whatever we're talking about here, you're right. The coaches see the adjustments. The players mentally make the adjustment. They make it on the field, and they execute it on the field. And you can't ask for a better response than that from your team.
Exactly. And the other –
oh, thank you.
How are you doing? Thank you.
Sure that goes to us? Are you sure that goes to us?
That you watched this team in the first half, but what I also watched was Blaze, Berlowitz, the quarterback, had some pressure.
Yeah.
He's not had very much pressure, but he handled it. He sat back there in the pocket. He didn't get flustered. He moved up in the pocket. He kept an eye downfield.
He did. And he keeps his head up, and he's always looking for that. To find an open receiver like Jan on that one play, he just kind of dropped it right in the pocket. Jan sat down in that zone in the exact spot where he needed to for Blaze to get him that ball.
Right.
And it turned into, I don't know, what was that, like a 35-yarder or 40-yard pass, whatever that was. And but that's the kind of execution we're talking about. They're identifying the defense properly. Blaze doesn't panic back there. He gets a little bit of pressure, but he stands tall in the pocket, and he delivers the ball where he needs to. And that's what you want from your quarterback. You want him to see the field and not think things not to be too fast for him, but for him to to assess the whole playing field and assess where his players are and deliver the ball to the open guy.
And he has done that, so I'm truly impressed. And that's something, I wanted to see. That's what some of the things I've talked with some of the guys I work with out there. We haven't been challenged all that much.
No.
It doesn't seem like we've been challenged all that much. But tonight, that defense has been able to get back there on Berlowitz. But, he's just so cool and calm.
One thing that
and that's what you want to see.
Absolutely. One thing we can't overlook that allows him to be cool and calm and allows those receivers to have time to find the open place is the offensive line. We always talk about it when we don't have a big enough offensive line and they're getting beat, but we never want to talk about it too much when they're holding the other team at bay, and they've been doing that almost every game, and really successfully all year long. That's why they have the record. They're undefeated.
Right.
That's why the score is like it is, because that offensive line is dominating with their speed and their talent up front there, and they're giving Blaze all the time in the world, and they're opening big holes for Noah Jones to run around the end. I mean, how many times can you score in a game?
Right, and also that offensive line, they will be able to go back to the films and look at why are they getting penetration?
Right.
What do we need to fix?
Right.
And that's something that we've needed as a team.
I mean, when you look at the score, they don't need to fix much.
Exactly.
I don't know that Blaze has even been pressured that much. He has been a little bit. He's had a little bit more pressure on him, but still, you want to see some. You almost want to see some pressure because you want him to. You want to know that he can react to that and still deliver the ball like he does, and the receivers still see what's going on and adjust their routes.
Exactly, and we just talked about that as we progress. Not looking too far ahead, but competition's going to get better. We see that the divisions we're all pretty well stacked about right.
Yeah,
about evenly.
We know we're kind of watching. Of course, District 1, I think is that the one we're playing, or District 4? I'm sorry, we're District 3. We're playing District 4, first round of the playoffs. We know we're going to be in the first round of the playoffs. We know that's going to be a home game. What we don't know exactly is who that opponent's going to be. Probably best guesses, and I've even talked to Bobby Hoover, athletic director, about this morning. His best thought was maybe Ada. He thinks that Ada is a likely opponent for the first round, and he thinks that they're also a pretty tough opponent. So competition is going to immediately ramp up when you get to that first round of playoffs, because it is the playoffs, and because these teams are all going to come in here. You're going to have a target on your back. We've been scoring at will, and they're going to try to shut that down and do everything they can. Now, whether or not they can make the adjustments to that or not,
right,
and whether they can do it on this field at home in this atmosphere, I'm not really sure.
Right, and we're sitting at 56-0 at halftime. We can't expect that every game going forward, but it's hard to believe in my heart and in my mind that we're going to fall off 40, 50 points. I think we're going to go in. We're still going to be a high-scoring offense, no matter who we play.
I think our strategy is not going to change at all. I think we're going to move fast. We're going to move hard. They're going to continue to execute the offense at the pace that they've been executing the offense. And so the only thing that's going to slow them down, maybe they'd have to run 5 plays in a drive. Right. Oh my goodness, an 8-play drive! My gosh, what are we only getting? 5-10 yards per play? What? Gee whiz! I mean, what do we? So when we get back to normal football, Bruce, when we get back to we're having to grind it out a little bit, maybe on a setting up a running play, setting up a deep ball or something like that to loosen up the secondary a little bit. I mean, we may see some normal football. Normal football is you have to play the chess game, right? You have to suck in the defensive backs that you're going to run, show them Noah Jones, show them a few yards, and then shoot one down the field to your fast guys, Crooks and Yount and all those guys. So, I mean, there's going to have to be some cat and mouse, some play there, and that's going to be coming as the competition gets a little stiffer.
Right, and the 0, you're looking at the 0 for Uligal, the Mustangs. That 0 is because our defense is just stacked. They are such. We should be calling them the killer bees because of the way they swarm.
Well, and you don't see many teams that line up and just want to take somebody's head off. I mean, they just coming at them. I mean, they're not. They love contact. I mean, they like contact with the other players. They don't shy away from it. They are finding the guy with the ball and they're coming at him. And it's just kind of a killer mentality, especially on special teams. Matheson running down the field. I mean, he's like a cruise missile.
I know. And he has a target, and he's going to go for that target. He don't miss very often. Matheson, he doesn't. But that defense, on the corners, you got the Yount and all those guys out there, Hilligoss. And, we're getting rain coming down now as you see the umbrellas and see the rain and the lights. But, that defense has just been all over the place. And the reason our secondary and our linebackers are looking so good is because of that defensive line.
Well, that's absolutely right. They're getting penetration. They're stopping. They can't. Uligal can't do anything. They found out the same issue that every other team has had, except probably for Perkins early on in the year. And probably the only reason they found some success is that back was about 250 pounds. He was a bowling ball coming at him. But let me tell you what, they still cut him down to size, and they still managed to get a hold of that early on. The second game of the season, they were figuring out what they needed to do as a defense.
You're absolutely right, Joe, and want to thank RCB for giving us this opportunity to sit and chat, Joe. I mean, for the halftime show, for Votes Note. Let's get to it real quick.
Sure.
Berlowitz, 19 passes. Joe, this is incredible. 19 passes, 291 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Any quarterback would love to have a game like that. That's
exactly.
Only 2 quarters.
And that's with he has one. And he's missed 7 passes out of 19. So he's really only got 12 passes that he's connected on.
You're saying he's slacking?
I'm just saying he's got to pick up the pace a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
On the receiving end of that, Yount has 5 catches, 49 yards. Crooks, 6 catches. This is another great stat, but it's not an unbelievable stat for Crooks. 6 catches, 149 yards, 3 touchdowns.
My goodness.
Unbelievable. Matheson has just, and that's Brady Matheson, younger brother of Riley. Yes. And I think he's just a sophomore.
I believe so, yeah.
Has come out and through these games, big games, big scoring games, these underclassmen have been to come out, and sometimes you find that diamond in the rough, and he's one of them.
That is what you start to see, that
Exactly.
These guys get some time on the field under the Friday Night Lights. And really a good point made today was that these guys are getting some time against the first string of some of these other teams. So It's not like they're just putting in second string and third string and they're having to go in against these guys. They're still getting some pretty high-level competition and sharpening their skills as
Absolutely.
well.
He's came in. He's got 3 catches, Brady Matheson, for 25 yards. Jones, he don't usually typically he doesn't get passed to very much in a ball game. He's got 3 catches tonight for 24 yards and a touchdown.
Oh, he's been coming out of the backfield and probably slipping through there in the defense and giving the defense a little bit of trouble because they got to cover him now, right?
Yeah, okay. And Brody, he had that long pass there, 64 yards for a touchdown, and that pretty much rounds out the receiving. On the rushing, real quick, Jones has 7 carries for 81 yards and another impressive 3 touchdowns for him. Berlowitz, and that's Blaze Berlowitz, has 3 rushes for 17 yards, and Jacob Horn has a rush for 8 yards. So, it's the same story every week. Everybody's getting a piece of the pie and a big chunk of that pie. So we love to see the numbers. We love to see the stats. Want to thank RCB Bank for sponsoring Votes Note. Want to thank Joe Kennedy for being right here next to me for 2 games. You make it easy. You make it fun. I love sitting next to you, my friend.
I wanted to give you a leg up on the competition.
Yeah, well,
it's the only leg joke I'm going to make.
And that's just it. Going into the playoffs, we're going to start beefing up these stats, and we're going to have some great things coming.
Well, I want to go ahead and say that we've already secured this, so I'm going to go ahead and say it. Okay. But we're going to have the return. Bruce keeps a great stat sheet here, as you can tell right here. He's giving you the Votes Notes, but we're going to add to Votes Notes. We're going to bring back Ish Statistics, and Ish Engel is going to be back with us in the booth, and he's going to help us do digitally, keep some a little deeper stats, time of possession, and some stuff that is a little harder to keep, just on paper. But he's going to add to your Votes Notes halftime show with all that stat information.
And the thing is, Ish is just an amazing individual, and the stats, you guys will be amazed at the stats that he keeps. Absolutely. I'm not threatened. I'm happy that he's coming on board, and it's going to be a big part of that.
It's going to be good to have
we
him
got
back
Joel coming back also, helping us out with some
Joel's
camera.
coming out. We're going to do some get some photography of these games. We're going to try to document this run through the playoffs here as best we can. But we're just telling you that good things are coming from the Hub Network, and good things are coming from this Tiger football team.
Well, stick with us here on the Hub Network. We're going to bring you some great things. We're going to bring you the second half. For myself, Votes Notes, I'm Bruce Vogt, along with Joe Kennedy. We want to thank you, and we want to thank RCB. Go in there and give them a little shout-out and tell them thank you. And with that, we'll see you when the second half starts.
RCB Bank is more than a transaction. We work to make your life easier. We help build your business. We finance your dreams. We grow your legacy. We build relationships with our communities. Come in to find out why our customers always say, RCB Bank. That's my bank.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Hub Network and Tiger Football Live. As it starts to rain here in the second half, the rain is gone from a mist to a full light rain, you can see, and that's going to change everything for the Tigers. They're kicking off to the Mustangs. They will take this one at the 1 yard line and met by 3 Tigers. Of course, Matheson, the biggest and first contact there.
I'll be with you in a minute.
No, you're fine.
You promise not to yell at me anymore.
No. Listen.
Talking too much.
Listen, what you guys need to know is the boss took over the microphone, and we didn't have time to get to the commercials.
Right.
That's what happens when the boss gets the microphone. But that was RCB at the half with Votes Notes, and we appreciate them. Appreciate Joe being up here. Our fine city manager, Terry Brandon, said the best. It's nice to see Joe walking upstairs. And I say it's nice to see Joe walking at all.
Yeah. Jones on the stop, over on the stop. I got to retooled here and get back into the ball game.
Second down. Pass complete.
Burgett over there on the coverage. I believe the radio station across Oologah is packed up because of the rain.
Well, they were sitting out in it, so I don't blame them.
Yeah, I don't need it. And good coverage over there by Hilligoss.
So your Tigers are leading this one 56-0 as we start the second half. And I would look for, if not in the third quarter, definitely in the fourth quarter, Tigers be swapping out players. Trying to pull up our chat here.
Another punt. Oh, that's a good punt this time. That's a bullet. About the 36-yard line.
Crooks makes 2 more miss. And back-to-back pushed out of bounds by number 36. And they don't have a 36, as we said earlier, on their roster.
40-yard return.
Tigers with a very short field.
Crooked does that time and time every week.
Exactly. You know, we talked about earlier that the fans have stayed so well, and they're out there now. They've got the umbrellas up. There have been a few that left this time because of the rain starting to come down, and I don't blame them.
Hilligoss in at quarterback. Morton with the handoff and the carry. And they'll give him 8 yards.
Kenny Longbreak says he is watching, and it's another amazing show of football excellence. I don't know if he's talking about us or the Tigers, but I'll take it either way. So as we've got a
Woods, the intended receiver.
A whole new crew of Tigers in there. I'll try to be getting the names to you as we go along. Hand off in the. So Hilligoss keeps it, goes off the right guard. Going to get enough for the first down for the Tigers. With that first down, 1st and 10 from the 11. Hilligoss back to the inside of the end zone, no good. It's intended for number 17, Lane Wood. That is incomplete.
That's 2 attempts to Woods over on that far side. Both of those have failed.
So that brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers.
Morton will take that handoff. They'll give him 2 yards. 2 carries, 10 yards for Morton on this series. Ooh. Yep. There it is.
Well, the linebacker gets the left guard to move, and then he talks the official into pulling his flag, and it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But I believe he had to be talked into it a little bit from the linebacker. He's like, look, didn't you see that? That's going to back the Tigers up. 3rd down and 12 for the 13-yard line. Caton Moore, the running back.
Oh, good catch.
That pass is good. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that was
Lane Wood gets that one. Targeted 3 times, caught it finally that 3rd time for a touchdown. Lane says, look, Dad, I got a touchdown. Look, Mom, I'm on the books.
Yeah. Good pass by Hilligoss. Get that inner lane. It looked like a big, tall target.
Yeah, Lane and Max both like their dad, just tall, lanky. Perfect build for receivers. Hilligoss to hold Matheson for the point after. That kick is up and good. Extends the Tigers' lead, 63-0 with 7:28 left in the 3rd quarter. So now the 2nd string, so to speak, has scored for the Tigers. And that's what bodes well for the future. When you see some of these younger groups come out here and they're still moving the ball forward, making mistakes, backing up, and still finding a way to get a touchdown for the Tigers.
In that first half, Tigers scored 14 points in the first period and 32 in the second. So you can see that And Joe and I talked about that. You could actually watch them make that adjustments out on the field, and how it paid off for them. Rain deterred some up here in the stands, but not everyone.
Coach Moore pulls Moncada back off the field and says, hey, let some of these younger guys play. Sir? Dylan Lewis out there taking Fitchie. Max Tucker. Jasper.
I didn't see the fair catch, but I assume that's what it was.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to call off some of these other players that are getting in the field, on the field for the Tigers. You know, this continues the trend. 2 games in a row, the Tigers were able to get all of the players playing time. That is something special.
Exactly.
Got his hands on that one a little bit. So as Moore finds some room and gets a first down for
Fitchie,
the Mustangs, and that is Tegan Fitchie on the tackle. Tigers a little late getting set. The handoff met in the middle by a host of Tigers and nothing doing.
And that was Tate on the tackle, along with Wilson.
Number 28, Braden Stovall for the carry for the Mustangs. That'll bring up third down. I don't know, second down, it says on the marker, sorry. Second down and 10. Ball is on the 39-yard line, 6:22. Remaining in the third quarter of play is a shift, still not enough room. Maybe a yard on that one-ish.
Cruz on the tackle.
Now that would bring up third down and 9 for the Mustangs. So here we see this younger crew out here making a difference and holding tough. Let's see if they can get a stop. Another one I saw out there is Camden Wilson. I believe that's him on the tackle. It was.
Also Harper and Wilson. Yeah, Camden Wilson.
Spot the ball at the 43-yard line. Fourth down.
Oh, good catch.
Oh, the ball is loose. Tegan Fitchie gets his shoulder pad on that one, breaks it loose as I believe Burgett comes up with the ball.
That was Kimmel on the recovery.
Was it? Hey, Jacob Kimmel on the recovery for the Tigers. And yards plus, so
I didn't see who made the initial hit.
Tegan Fitchie got his shoulder on the ball, broke it loose, and pops loose right in front of Jacob Kimmel as he scoops it up and gets more yardage after that. Tiger ball on the turnover, second turnover, I believe, for the Tigers. Be first down on the 38-yard line. Wow, so this younger group starting to have an impact. Handoff to number 14.
Peterson.
Slide, stays afloat, comes it back the other way, and gains number 3 yards.
Man, they're going to give him no yard.
No, well, I'm saying from where he was at. No, he did not gain any yards. You're right. It's back to the line of scrimmage, 14 yards later. Yeah, I'm saying after contact. He's lucky he wasn't down.
Yeah.
As his feet came out from underneath him when he made the turn.
Ooh, stood him up.
That handoff to number 27.
And Morton.
Caden Morton, and that's going to be a loss of yardage on the play. I would think it would be.
Yep. That rain have footing effects on that artificial turf down there?
Not much. It can make it a little bit of slick, but it doesn't make it slick like, a natural turf where it gets muddy and stuff.
Right.
Got more of a sheen, but these turfs that we have today, and Cushing has one of the best turfs out there, they just don't give much.
Ooh. I think that was supposed to be a Peterson's down. I think that was supposed to be a handoff to Morton, and he just blew right on by. Hilligoss.
Hilligoss going, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I got to go. It's mine. They can pull Hilligoss out as Tegan Fitchie goes in. A little confusion was 11 seconds left on the play clock. Having a hard time getting set. Here we go. And hey, there's the future punter for the Tigers. Tegan Fitchie with a nice.
That's a 14-yard line.
Nice punt.
No return. Tigers will go back on D. 2:50 left in the third. 63-0. Again, it goes right along with, if you start looking down some of the past games, this is just a regular game for the Tigers. Oh, big hit.
Nice hit by Jacob Kimmel. He was there, and that is picture perfect open field tackle by Kimmel. So Wagner beating Catoosa. Number 10 Wagner beating Catoosa 41-6. No surprise there. Tecumseh over Bridge Creek 32-7 in the third quarter. Oh, Tigers all over that one. Bethany beating Blanchard 21-12.
Tate and Cruz in on that tackle.
Poto over Ada right now in the third quarter, 20-0. Elk City leading Woodward 27-0 in the third quarter.
Long pass.
Oh, Kimmel just about.
Broken up by Kimmel.
Just about breaks that one up and comes down with it. So number 8 Broken Bow is now taking the lead over Stillwell. Stillwell led for most of the game there. Most of the first quarter. Try to look at some of these other these teams that we might see a little bit later on.
Oh, nice punt. Flag. There's going to be a holding probably.
Yes, sir.
On Kimmel.
Ball building at the 47-yard line.
Going to step that one off, of course, against, that is the hold against the Tigers.
Holding. 10-yard penalty from the spot foul. Spot ball back at the.
So the spot foul, that is a 10-yard penalty. The rain starts to come back down again. Excuse me.
As the umbrellas come out.
Yep. You know, of course, Cushing is number 1 in 4-way. Number 2 is Elk City. Of course, they're winning their game. 4 is Blanchard. Wow.
Harper on the carry.
Yeah, and a host of Mustangs
He's
on the tackle.
He's going to lose one.
Yeah, we want to remind everybody that we have confirmed that we'll start giving away a game ball through the playoffs, I believe, from Coops Fast Lube. They've sponsored the game ball, and all of the player will be getting a selection from. Oh, that's a nice pass,
beautiful.
nice play. Sorry, I had to stop at Max Wood, or Lane Wood. It's he reels that one in. Touchdown, Tigers. Lane Wood in stride. Gets another touchdown for the Tigers in the rain.
58-yard play.
Wow. Second string in, 27 seconds left in the third quarter, and the Tigers are still scoring.
Hilligoss did a great job just sitting back here in that pocket that collapsed around him, and he still got off a pretty pass.
Hilligoss for the hold. Once again, Matheson for the point after attempt. The kick is up, and it is good. It's going to be 70-0 with 27 seconds left in the third quarter.
And here's a funny fact, if you want to hear a funny one. Hilligoss, 4 passes, 71 yards, 2 touchdowns. Woods receiving 4 passes for 71 yards and 2 touchdowns.
There you have it. I want to mention one more of our sponsors here. That's Good Health begins with a great primary care, Cushing Primary Care, a member of Stillwater Medical. Call them at 918-725-1599. Hours Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Lisa No, Brian Hightower, Courtney Elliott, Randy Grellner, Bethany Jenkins, and Jamie Griffith. They will get you taken care of now in their new facility at 600 South Linwood in Cushing. That is Cushing Primary Care. Rain seems to be increasing a little bit here. And I played in a golf tournament on Monday in the rain.
Yeah.
And so I laid out my rain gear.
Yeah, an excuse.
No, I laid out my rain gear to dry in the garage. Anybody want to guess where my rain gear is?
Under the car?
In the garage.
Oh, in the garage.
Still in the garage.
Yeah.
Not here where I'm going to be walking out there talking to Coach Morgan in a minute. And that is your reminder, folks. Stay around after the game for the Blue Sky Bank post-game interview with Coach Morgan. One hopper taken by number 24.
Tripped up by his own player.
Yeah.
23 seconds.
And folks, I apologize. Number 24 is Nate Morrow. Yeah, I'm wondering about the whole broadcast crew that was on the other side. I don't know if they've gone under the bleachers or just decided
abandoned ship.
When it rains, we're done.
Oh, they set
Pass
up that
complete to number
perfectly.
28, Braden Stovall.
Moyer on the tackle.
That would be Sam Moyer on the tackle, as you said.
Time's winding out. They're going to get the playoff. Oh.
That one batted down.
Nice tip by number 8.
I believe
That's
by
8.
Kiowa Tate. Time expires in the third quarter. Your Tigers leading 70-0. We'll hear from our sponsors. Be right back here on Tiger Football Live.
Well, hello, Whitney. How
Hello,
are you?
John. So here's the proposal packet for the new mobile app.
As long as I'm running this thing, there ain't gonna be no mobile app.
Introducing the new mobile app, making your banking experience even easier. It's so easy, even John can use it. Bank of Cushing, a branch of Blue Sky Bank, Pawhuska.
We have a help tab if you need help. We will have.
Oh, need help. I'm pretty good at this.
You are good at this.
All right, welcome back to the Hub Network and Tiger Football Live. James Caulfield and Bruce Vogt here with the call. Travis Peary is out this week at FFA National Convention. And Tigers leading 70-0 as we start this fourth quarter of play. Bruce, it really, truly has been all Tigers. And since they've swapped out for the second string, it's still all Tigers as they've scored 14 unanswered points, you said.
Right, in the third.
With the second string.
And, the game has just been the Tigers. And, when you've got when you can go second, third string deep and still score, you've got a bright future.
That's exactly right. It is. Kellen Fry battles through the line, barely even touched for the sack in the backfield. Wow. I mean,
this team is amazing all the way up and down the line.
Yeah.
You can just put anybody in, and they're going to excel. They're going to shine, and
by the way,
they're going to give you 100%.
The guy who just made that sack is a freshman
My God.
for the Tigers.
Whoa, that was close.
Another low.
Yeah, bounced off the back.
I believe Fitchy was
players
back to receive, but never given the chance, as the Tigers will take over on the 43-yard line. No, sorry. 22, 26-yard line. I'll get there in a minute. Give me enough time. Give me enough time. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 31, 26. No, 26. It is first and 10 for the Tigers on the 26-yard line as we have 10 minutes and 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. I would imagine a bit of a running clock we're going to see from here on out.
I was kind of thinking the same thing.
And if they're not doing that, I don't know why.
Roman Tucker in at quarterback.
Tucker hands off to Harper. Picks up 3 or 4 yards for the Tigers. Be second down and 6 on the 31-yard line. See a whole nother look we're seeing now. And we've seen this a couple times this year. You see Hilgoss go in at quarterback, and then you see Tucker go in at quarterback. Tucker's going to take that one, and nothing doing. That one never was able to develop.
No, and Tucker's going to be a outstanding quarterback. He's just a freshman.
Yeah.
And, he's got a great awareness on the field. I like watching him play. Get him in a couple of camps the next couple of years, he's going to be a good force for the Tigers. Don Amon coming up. He's just so funny. Got a timeout.
Timeout by the Tigers. With that timeout, we'll hear from our sponsor. Be right back here on Tiger Football Live. Welcome back here to Tiger Football Live on the Hub Network. James Caulfield and Bruce Vode as your Tigers are leading 72-0 here at Odell Field with 9 minutes and 23 seconds left in the game. Be sure and stick around after the game for the Blue Sky Bank post-game interview. Hey, Don. All right, so in the fourth quarter, Newcastle number 6 and Tuttle number 7 all tied up 20-20. As they are battling that one out.
Morton on the carry. They may give him one. Morton has 4 carries for 9 yards in the second half.
So Blanchard's ranked number 4 right now. Bethany number 3. And as I said, Bethany's been surprised this season. They're beating them 21-12. I would look for Blanchard to drop for sure this week. Bethany will stay at number 3, and I believe Elk City will stay at number 2. Your hometown Tigers showing why they are on the top of the pack in 4A at number 1. She's getting good. She really is. We added 2 new camera girls this year, folks, and our boss is over here bragging on how good their camera work is getting, and it's Jackie on the camera tonight, and she is doing an excellent job. She's learned it very well, picked it up very well, doing a great job. The reversal is number 2. Around the outside, that's Jackson Burchett. Oh, just touched enough to be moved out of bounds. So far, the shutout is still in play, 72-0, but it was in danger there.
And that was Max Tucker that knocked him out of bounds.
Yes, sir. So Jackson Burchett on the run, on the catch and run.
But what
reversal? Excuse me.
What got me is the wheel. That guy had some wheels.
They faked the reversal that time. And quarterback number 8, Joseph Griswold, keeps that one. It's taken out of bounds. Am I missing a flag somewhere?
Yeah.
Holding against the Mustangs. So that one is coming back. Boy, I tell you, there's 2 things that drive me crazy. Number 1, pink flags. You seen yellow flags? Keep it yellow flags. You want to wear pink whatever else? Wear pink whatever else. The thing that drives me crazy is when players wear yellow socks and yellow shoes. Pick another color because it looks like a flag on the field when you're walking around. That's my gripe for the night. I hope you enjoyed it as the Mustangs try to get some back, looking to break it in.
That should be offensive pass interference.
There's going to be a touchdown and the flag. The touchdown is signaled by the one who threw the flag. We'll see how this one gets sorted out.
Nate Endicott.
He's talking to the Cushing player, but I'm with you. The arms were extended. Nice little push off.
Yeah. Nate Endicott, the defender for the Cushing.
They're going to call it against Endicott.
And that's a touchdown.
And that is a touchdown for the Mustangs. So with 7 minutes and 34 seconds left in the game, the Mustangs get on the board. And now their first point after attempt. And it is good. 7 points for the Mustangs.
And I think it's on the drawing board that we're looking at instant replay down the line, too.
Yes, we are. I would venture a guess that at least by playoffs you will be seeing the I know my boss is telling me it's the what? Thank you. It's Tank Farm Services. Instant replay. He was saying TFS, and I was looking for Tank Farm Services.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. I didn't understand his initials there. So, Tank Farm Services instant replay will be going at least by the playoffs, if not next week as well.
He said we needed to fill time, so he gave the mic to me.
Wow. Well, I mean, you guys did carry the entire.
Well, it wasn't that we started late.
Well, you started late. I said to go at 10, and you started at 13. So you took 3 extra minutes and took all of them through the halftime. But, man, I appreciate it. It's nice to have you up here, Joe.
We had it's nice to be up here. And I just that
one fumbled.
Man. Yep.
Oh, fumbled again. Get on it.
Oh.
Tigers do finally come away with it. And, woo.
Well, that's the most stressful play the Tigers have seen all night long, really.
Emerson Harper lucky to get back on that one as he bobbles the kick and bobbles it again.
Hey, I was just going to mention the TFS replay, or the Tank Farm Services replay. That is coming, and we're working on that as we speak. And we can't really do that. The reason we haven't done it so far this year is we really need two camera angles to do that at least. And we're going to be able to do that, I think, here in the next. We'll probably try it out next week and then go full force in playoffs with it. So we're looking forward to that. And plays like that we can see again if we need to.
That's right. Tucker straight ahead on that one, the quarterback keeper. And that is a gain of 0. Nada. Zip zilch. Nothing doing.
James, you were talking a little bit about this District 4 that we're looking at, down here, Broken Bow and Poto and Ada is in that as well. And we were kind of talking about that the other night, kind of looking through the bracket, what that could possibly look like. And what are your thoughts on that? I mean, what do you think? I mean, say we get past, well, I don't want to start looking past teams because it's always hard to do. We thought maybe we'd get past Elk City, and then they came in here and kind of punched us around a little.
That's exactly right. Elk City, I would look, if we see Elk City at all, it would be in the quarterfinals. I look to see Ada, first off, nothing changing there. But you never know. We still got one more game to play in districts. We'll be playing the number 4, whoever it is, off that side.
I suppose mathematically it still could be Stillwell maybe. And
it could.
A couple teams like that are outliers there that could get into that position.
As I'm bringing up my brackets here. So right off the bat, we so we're going to see the number 4th ranked team out of District 4. And District 4, if I can get to those, consists of Poto, Broken Bow, Stillwell, Salisaw, Hilldale, Fort Gibson, Ada, and Medill. Right now, Broken Bow is leading that district because they beat Poto. Poto was the odds-on favorite to lead that at the beginning of the year, but got the surprise visit by Broken Bow, and Broken Bow has been solid all year long. So I think it's either going to be Ada or Stillwell at this point, and more than likely Ada.
Now that's kind of been the popular opinion late this week, as it kind of everything kind of shakes out. And Ada's, was in our same district. Of course, a couple of years ago they were in our same district. We played them a couple times down that way, and once up here, I guess. So.
And then if we get past that one, we will play the winner of the District 2 second place and District 1 third place. Which, as I'm looking at District 2 and District 1, I would guess that that's going to be Blanchard versus, at this point, Clinton.
Likely, and we've seen Clinton a lot in the playoffs in the last several years, and that's, of course, that would be semifinals, is that right, or quarterfinals?
Semi. Of course, I don't look for, that's the second round.
Which is really the quarterfinals.
Quarters. I don't look for Clinton to go very far. They're not as strong a team as they have been in the past.
Definitely a rebuilding year out there, so it's a lot different than it looked a couple of years ago or a few years ago. And typically, a Clinton game meant you were traveling out there to play that game in Clinton in that bowl that is windy and cold.
It is an absolute wind tunnel through that stadium. So we got 5 minutes, 22 seconds left in the game. Tigers leading 70-14, and I'm trying to look here. So District 2, number 2, and I lost my map here. Yeah, I think that's for sure going to be Blanchard as Bethany seems to be leading that one. Excuse me.
And if you're just taking the brackets as they kind of light up, the top seeds went out, that kind of thing. That's kind of how you're looking at this, right?
Yes, sir.
We're not looking past any games. We can speculate a little bit more than you can if you're a coach or a player down there. You can't take any game for granted down there, obviously.
Right.
But our job is to kind of flesh out the possibilities here a little bit of who we're gonna see and what our path is going to look like. And years ago, I remember doing the coaches show up there in the studio. Coach Shoup always said it takes 2 or 3 things. One, it takes a good team, and you got to play the game right. You can't make mistakes.
Right.
You got to have a little bit of luck along the way.
That's exactly right.
And that luck has really more to do with the how the bracket lines out for you.
It does, and no one really understands just how hard it is to even get there. Going through a lot of tough teams in 4A football in Oklahoma.
It's a tough district. I mean, it's a tough. The Class 4A is just a tough classification of football in Oklahoma, and a lot of good teams in there, and a lot of teams that can have long programs. And when I said long programs, they just keep turning out winners year after year, and they. At any time sneak up on you and punch you in the mouth, when they get a mind to come in here and do some damage, they can do it.
Yeah. I think at some point the Tigers would like to see Elk City and get a little payback on that one. We'll see if that will flesh out.
That was a little one. That was kind of a hard to take a little bit last year because everybody thought we'd probably go a little bit deeper in the playoffs than we did.
The difference in that game was Elk City decided to come in here to play. And boy, did they ever. They had a great game plan, and they executed it beautifully.
They used that 3-hour drive to their advantage. And apparently we're having a team meeting at, 2 hours and 45 minutes of that. So
once again, I want to remember, don't forget the Ortho Oklahoma game wrap-up and Blue Sky Bank post-game interview with Coach Morgan. I'm really going to wish I had some rain gear by the time that happens.
It looks a little better out there.
Actually, I would settle for a jacket at this point. I didn't bring a jacket or anything. I did bring a sweater.
Did you? You didn't plan
You're looking at it.
ahead very good, did you?
I did not plan ahead very good. The Boy Scout motto was not in play tonight, and usually I'm the guy dragging around 4 or 5 jackets with me at all times, just in case.
Usually you're supplying most of the jackets to the rest of the crew because we didn't plan ahead, but tonight that was you.
Yeah, I know. Hit 52 years old and quit planning ahead and started getting up to go to the bathroom all night long. It's been a rough 52 years old, I think. Hey, the Mustangs break out. Number 28. Number 28, Braden Stovall. In for the touchdown for the Mustangs. Bruce, I'm going to hand you my microphone, and I'm going to head my way towards the field for the Blue Sky Bank post-game interview.
Well, 70-20. This game's going to look a little. This game's going to look a little closer than it really has been all night. I mean, it was 70-0 here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So,
well, and of course that gives them a spark of life over there, and no concern on our end of the field is, we're drilled down to our freshmen playing, and they're playing very well. They're not moving the ball like you would like for them to, but
isn't this
Oologah, you can see they don't have a lot of players out this year, not like Cushing does.
No, there's a huge difference in each sideline over here as far as the number of players, and
so
that has really been the case since Shoup became the head coach here. He got a bunch of people involved in this game again.
Yes, and and as James heads down towards the field, talk to the coach, and on a nice little rainy evening, and Joe and I will stay up here in the press box where it's nice and dry for a little bit.
And you put on your big jacket while he was walking outside with nothing.
I know it. This is not my time of year. Winter is not my friend.
Yeah.
And, you'll never hear me say one word about 100-degree weather, but when he gets down below 50, I'm a little baby. Oh, there's a nice little run. Nice return by Emerson Harper.
Yeah, a little return there by Harper and up to about the 46-yard line, 45-yard line?
Yeah, he took that one on the run and just lowered his head and went straight forward, and good run. You know, that ball's got to be getting a little slippery out there. The field's got to be getting a little slippery, and of course, a lot of times, you know, you don't change the cleat for the weather. I didn't know it was supposed to rain. I didn't think it was going to rain because the chances were kind of low.
I think it actually looked like it was kind of already past us, but it kind of lingered a little bit around, and it didn't rain hard, but a little enough to affect things just a little bit. So.
Just to be a little bit of annoyance. And there's a great run over the right side. And that was Camden Wilson. And they'll give him a couple of yards.
Wilson, a good straight-ahead run there, and just kind of, this is the kind of experience you want these younger players to get. And, Uluga is still trying to have an impact here. They'd like to put some more points on the board, but I don't think it's going to matter much. But
well, they would. I can understand them wanting to make it look respectable, and the coach over on the other side is doing exactly what we're doing. He wants to see some of his younger players and see what they're going to do.
Wow.
Nice run.
And again, nice job by the offensive line there, sealing off that right side as he kind of took the outside.
Right, and I couldn't tell. I think it was I believe that was Harper.
Yeah, good run. He kind of hit a little burst of speed there when he got to the outside.
Mm-hmm. And
14 yards. Was it about 14 yards on it?
I'm down to 11 yards.
11 yards. Okay.
Yep. And.
That's why I don't keep stats, because I was off by 3 yards.
Well, I can sit up here and make up my own, But when Ish gets here, he'll have some stats that's just unbelievable.
Yeah. He'll know that was 11.2 yards.
Yeah, and
instead of 11 yards. Yeah.
That's going to be the end of the game. The clock winds down, 15 seconds left. Tigers are going to win it 70 to 21. That's 70 to 21. Tigers go 9-0, I believe 6-0 in the district. As there's Aaron Hubbard, he's strolling by the window as he's headed home. And the Tigers will be headed to Skytook next week. And that, again, Skytook, a respectable team. But the Tigers will get past. Once we get past them, then we start into the districts and regionals and go on from there.
And that's the easy game to look past because it doesn't mean a whole lot. It's not going to affect your standings any. I don't even think if they were to drop that one, I don't think it would take them out of any kind of play in seeding in the district standings and the bracket. So,
well, and the Tigers, they're just on such a roll and such a high now. I have bought in because I think they are that great of a team, and they are that good of a team, and I think we're going to go deep, if not all the way, and that's my thinking that we're going to be holding up that gray ball in December, or that gold ball in December.
I hope it's not the gray ball. I hope it's that gold ball. We've had a closer one to gray. That was silver. That wasn't quite the gold ball. We kind of got railroaded there by who was that?
Was it Bethany?
No, it was
I can't remember.
They had a gazelle for a quarterback, but I can't remember his team now.
But I think you said we'll get at least one home game, and that'll be that first game, district game, or district championship game, and then we'll go on the road from there, and ultimately end up at UCO, I believe. for championship game.
We will for actually 2 games. That'll be we could have 2 games here, and we could have 2 games at UCO. That would be the best case scenario.
Yeah.
So
And,
we'll.
all right, and we're going to send this down to James. Well, we thought the coach was going to make it over, but James is still standing out there getting rained on. And I'm sure he'll have something to say about that when he gets back. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us. And thank you, RCB, for sponsoring the halftime show, Votes Notes. And the rest of you sponsors, we really appreciate you sticking with the Hub Network and sponsoring us week after week after week. And we go down to James on the field.
All right, down here with the Blue Sky Bank postgame interview. Coach Morgan, congratulations on another win.
Thank you very much. You know, it's came out again. I know we say the same thing every week, but we come out ready to play. We play at a high pace, and it was obvious that they were ready to play tonight again. And another night where everybody got involved, and just to do that on senior night, honoring that group, and to win the district. You know, those things are things that you have to enjoy, and this is a big win for us.
You didn't just win the districts, you won it decisively. The Tigers have been dominating throughout. Tonight they look how moves the ball just a little bit in the first quarter, and then the Tigers make the adjustments like we've seen all season long in defense.
You know, they're a good football team. They really are. Coming in 5-3, they're going to finish third in our district, and you know they could make some noise in the playoffs. You never know. And we prepared that way. We had 3 really good days of practice, which that's a testament to how mature this group is. Sometimes you can get complacent and just go through the motions of practice. We had one of the best weeks of practice we've had in a while, and it continues to show.
So, Coach, did you ever find out who the last champions were? Because
2016.
We were right. That's right. We were exactly right, folks. These 2 guys right here. And humility won't let us go any further than that. But, Coach, congratulations, district champs. How's that feel?
Feels great. You know, I just told them that this kind of stuff, you got to enjoy every Friday night, regardless of what the outcome is. It's a quick period of your life. It's obvious whenever you celebrate a group of seniors like this. And I try to make them all realize those younger groups are going to be there before you know it. I mean, I'm 37 years old. It doesn't feel like too long. I was in their shoes. So you got to enjoy it, and right now they are.
One last question. How important is it for you to get this many players, young players, playing time this much through the season?
It's great. You know, it's difficult for us to schedule JV schedules, just people canceling on them, things like that. So getting everybody involved and everybody some quality reps on a Friday night, that's awesome.
Okay, Coach Morgan, we'll see you at Sky. Congratulations,
yes,
great win.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, James, for that halftime with Coach Rusty Morgan. Coach Morgan has just really kept this team pumped and motivated throughout the season so far. And, you know, and if you're a varsity player, you want to play ball for 4 periods.
Absolutely.
But he still have kept those varsity.
He's kept them motivated in the sense that they're playing short games. I mean, if you're a varsity player, you're only in there for a half maybe, and the score's already out of hand, and the younger guys are coming in. But he has got the team bought in to the long view of things, and that we're going. You heard him talk about it a couple of weeks ago. There's only one goal they want at the end of this, and that's the gold ball.
Exactly.
And they've talked about it, but when you know you're focused on that, you're not looking past people, but you're looking through people to get to that goal. And I think that's the difference here. I think Coach Morgan has them motivated going the right direction. I really think this year could be the year that we we capitalize on 60 years of trying to get back to the state championship and win one.
Right. Well, and the team looks like an unselfish team. Yeah. They're willing to set the varsity's willing to set on the sideline. Let those younger players get in there because they do have a view at that ultimate goal.
Right, and they bought into the long view, and Coach Morgan's got them going the right direction. So kudos to the coaching staff out here tonight. Right. Kudos to the players, the key players, the players that work hard in practice that you never see, but they're getting a little bit of game time now, and they're getting a little bit of recognition, and that's good for the program. That's good for them going down the road, and I think it'll pay dividends not only this year but in the years to come for the Tigers.
I agree, and kudos to Natasha, who's done a great job tonight for the Hub Network as far as keeping us online, keeping us going, keeping us hot, keeping us live. Thanks to James Caulfield. Thanks to Jackie up top on the camera. She had to do it by herself tonight, but she did a spectacular job. And Joe, thank you for sitting in with us. I'm Bruce Vogt. We're calling it a night. We'll see you next week.
Go get him, Amaya.